Today, we're going to review Dear Dahmer, Letters to the Milwaukee Cannibal by Taylor James, published 2022.
So the wait is over. It's finally here. My first published true crime book. It's about no other than Jeffrey Dahmer.
For those that do not know who Jeffrey Dahmer is, here is a quick rundown. Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer, also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal or the Milwaukee Monster, he was an American serial killer and sex offender who committed the murder and dismemberment of 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. He was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the United States, the 21st of May, 1960. He died on November the 28th, 1994. Dahmer was beaten to death by Christopher Scarver, a fellow inmate, at the Columbia Correctional Institution in Portage, Wisconsin. Dear Dahmer Letters to the Milwaukee Cannibal is a rare collection of letters that any murderabilia collector or Dahmer enthusiast should own. Even if you just have a curiosity of what type of person writes the serial killers, then this is your book. From the religious, serial killer groupies, or those with a morbid interest, these letters come from the sane and the truly insane. Love letters, religious converts, and business offers. I was lucky enough to get one of the first signed copies when first released, along with one of the original letters printed in the book. The book consists of letters, drawings, cards, and a few photos that were sent to Jeffrey Dahmer while he was incarcerated in prison and county during 1991 and 1994. When Taylor was first contacted about the Dahmer collection, he thought it was a scam, but as he mentions in the first few pages of the book, curiosity got the better of him, and well, the rest is history. I won't read any of the letters that are in the book, except for the original letter I now own. If you want to read the rest, then I suggest purchasing the book. Dear Jeff, hey, how's it going? Pretty stupid question. This is not hate mail or some other type of stupid shit. It's a letter that might be of use to the both of us. I'm an old-time convict. I'm presently in Winnebago Correctional Center. That's a minimum security camp outside of Oshkosh. I'm about a year and a half away from finishing up a 5-year sentence for burglary. I know, big deal. But in a way, it's a big deal. Because if I wasn't down right now, I probably wouldn't be writing you this letter. See, I'm a biker, an old scooter tramp, and I spend most of my free time on the road. I'm also a writer for a biker magazine. Actually, I'm just a good old storyteller. But anyway, it's what I do. Are you still with me? Hang with me a while longer as I try and explain myself. Here's the way I see things. Shit is stacked up against you pretty damn good. I ain't never been in your shoes, facing what you're facing, but I have gone in front of the judge with a lot of years hanging over my head, and I know it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. So anyway, if you beat the death penalty in Ohio or wherever you're going to be down for the rest of your life, or damn near close to it, if you do wind up getting the death penalty, it'll be a good 7 years you're going to have to wait. Either way, you've got a lot of time to do. Right now, you may not give a damn about anything, or maybe you're just thinking ahead. I don't know. But the point is, you're going to want to be as comfortable as possible. That means boombox, tapes, color television, smokes, etc. Now, as I too am a convict, it would be enterprising, against the rules of the state of Wisconsin, if I were to give any of these things to you in exchange for something you might do for me. But it's not against the law for me to do it as a free man in 18 months, or for my publisher to do it. This is my idea. Somebody's going to write a book about you and what you did. Maybe even a couple of somebodies, and they're all going to get their information from court transcripts and newspapers. That's dry, journalistic, opinionated bullcrap in my mind. Oh yeah, one more thing, I almost forgot to tell you. There's a law in this state now, and in many others as well, that a convict cannot profit through book sales or movie release monies about a crime that can be committed. So when these other guys write about you, you can bet that there won't be anything in it for Jeff. What I'm proposing is this. Read some of my stories. Tell me if you like the way I write or what I write about. If you do, then we're at a first base. And then, up until the time of the trial, write me and tell me what they already know. Only give me something more to work with. I don't exactly know what I mean by that, except that in the court it's all yes and no. That way I can get going on it. Tell me about yourself, your youth, your hobbies, school, family and friends. All kinds of stuff like that. You know, just some background information. As I receive it from you, I'll send it to my publisher to show him that you're on the up and up with me, and he'll get to getting you things you need. And then after the trial, you can fill me in on whatever details you want. This will be your book about you, with the information that you yourself provide. As I finish a chapter, I'll also send it to you for approval before I consider it a finished draft. I have 2 books of biker fiction short stories coming out next spring. My publisher has already accepted 2 more books of mine for publication and wants first choice or option of the next 4. I don't know if you read much, but if you do, I'll promise you a first edition personalised copy of every book I write. I have 12 on the shelves right now that I'm working with. I guess what I'm saying is, look, I know you ain't having a hell of a good time right now, but you've got to think about the future, as bad as it is, because it will be here whether we like it or not. In a sense, we're both in the same boat. We're both cons. I'm trying to think of a way that'll help you and me both. I get a book out of it, and you get a publisher who will see to it that you have the creature comforts and an author who will keep in touch and send you all the reading material you can handle. Again, like I said, you and your life are going to be written about whether you like it or not. At least with me, you'll know everything that's going on into the book, because you're the one giving the writer the information, and you also get to decide if you like what is said or not. In other words, this will be a joint project. Hell, if nothing else, it'll keep us both busy for a while. So talk it over with your lawyer and tell me what you think of the idea. But send me back a letter saying something one way or the other. And if you like the stories, tell me, and I'll keep sending more, even if you decide against doing the book. So read the stories and take out a few minutes to let me know what you think of the idea. Then you can write me later and tell me what the lawyer thinks. When you write back, if you're doing it, say something in your letter that will let the publisher know we're going to do it. I'll send him a copy, he'll okay everything, and we can get started on getting you whatever you might need in there. I hear that county jail's pretty damn bad. Until I hear from you, sincerely. I don't think Jeff ever wrote back to that person. She did include a self-stamped envelope, but it was never used. Now, a little bit about Taylor. Taylor runs a website called Cold Collectibles, buying and selling murderabilia. He also has a YouTube channel. He recently came into possession of a rather large amount of Jeffrey Dahmer's possessions. Among those possessions were the letters that Jeff received while he was incarcerated. I will place the links below for the websites. You can check out either of his sites if you want to see more Dahmer-related items. Dear Dahmer can be purchased from the following websites: www.coldcollectibles.org, or from the publisher Serial Pleasures Publishing at www.serialpleasures.com. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.